please stand? We're going to celebrate this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Oh, I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm singing and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. Singing and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. Oh, I'm singing and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. One more time. Hallelujah,
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Wimberley on the last Sunday of the year. Those of you joining us live on live stream, we welcome you and consider you part of our community today as though you are with us in person. We gather here each Sunday by divine appointment to celebrate this human journey together and to reaffirm the divine that dwells in each of us. And now let us join in calling on this powerful resource together. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my mind. And now let us unite our spirits as we hold this vision for our church. For an open-hearted spiritual community, powerfully transforming our world, but honoring the sacred in all. And we practice this mission. Inspired by our shared spiritual awakening, we offer practical teachings that empower healthy, abundant, and meaningful living. After today's daily word reading, there will be a congregational song. I did it last time. At least I'm consistent. I need to work on that. During which we all greet each other warmly. And we need that today. It's cold. We want to respect everyone's personal space, so if you are more comfortable with a handshake, please just extend your hand. And now the daily word will be read by, Sherry Stockman. Thought we changed that.
The word for today is power. And as we're closing out this year, we remember that we are spiritual beings bestowed with great power. In this moment, I affirm There is only one power and presence active in my life, God the good. The power that flows from the one source pours into all things. As an expression of God, I claim my spiritual superpower. My power resides in my ability to choose. In all situations, I choose to be victorious. No thought, situation, or circumstance can hold me back. I am stronger than any doubt from within or any judgment from without. I have the power to conquer any self-limiting thoughts that might otherwise hold me back. I align my thoughts with my highest good, envisioning health, abundance, love, and success. I affirm, I am love. I am peace. I am pure strength. I am a spiritual being bestowed with great power. And from Luke 9:2, he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal.
All right, if everyone will stand, we'll sing There's a Place in the Sun. Like a long, lonely stream, I keep running towards a dream, moving on, like a branch on a tree. I keep reaching to be free, moving on, moving on. There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless heart gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gotta find me a place in the sun. Like an old dusty road, I get weary from the load. Moving on, like this fire-troubled earth. I've been rolling since my birth. Moving on, 'cause there's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless heart gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gotta find me a place in the sun. Please greet your neighbors with a big hug or a handshake. You know when times are bad and you're feeling sad, I want you to always remember that there's a place for you in the sun. And at this time, if you'll make your way back to your seats, we'll sing the last chorus. There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless heart gotta run. There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone, where my poor restless heart gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done,
Thank you, Kit Holmes. Thank you, Kim and Paul Polini, Jeff Stocky, and Rick Furley. At this time, we ask you to please silence your cell phones. Got mine done? Announcements. A lot of announcements. Just hang in there. Today we will celebrate our burning bowl ceremony. Please hold on to your piece of paper, and later in the service, Kit will guide us in a meditation before we write down what we wish to release on our paper. Some papers may not be big enough, right? Write really small. Next Sunday is potluck. We will also be bringing in the new year with our white stone ceremony, so bring a dish to share after service and bring your intentions for 2019. Unimen's breakfast will be Saturday, January 12th at 9 a.m. Bring a breakfast dish to share and join the fellowship of some amazing men. You can check with David Conway or with DJ Don Juan Rosebaugh with any questions. This is alter ego. January Wednesday night series begins January 2nd at 6 p.m. Kit Holmes will facilitate this 5-part introduction to the science of mind and the teachings of Ernest Holmes with his book called This Thing Called You, which is right here. I'm on page 16. I got a ways to go. All classes will take place at Unity Wimberley and online using Zoom conferencing. We have a few books in the bookstore, and you can order the book online at Amazon. The last class for the Year to Live group is this Thursday, January 3 at 10:30 a.m. Check with Molly Steele or Lisa Cole with any questions. Wise Women are moving Saturdays. Starting Saturday, January 26th, the Wise Women will begin meeting on the 4th Saturday of each month. Mark your calendars and make a point to join these amazing women. Our annual meeting will be Sunday, January 27th. There will be a light lunch after the service, and childcare is provided. We will review 2018 and vote on our new board members. And now, with our gathering prayer, Jan McGowan.
Let us pray. Our word today is power. The vibration that you hear comes from our power center. So just take this moment. A good way to begin anytime is just to exhale. Just letting go, being willing to let go of what no longer serves in this moment. On that next breath in, slowly begin to feel the coolness of the air and let it go deep within your being. As you notice this vibration, the breathing is deep within your solar plexus. Feel that power that lives within you as a divine being. The power, as Sherry said, to make choices. We had that wisdom within to make the choices that we need. We follow our intuition. We have the strength. We let go of anything that is fearful in our life and know and affirm we are safe and we are secure. We remind ourselves, thank you, God, for the power of being in this human body, in this moment, in this time. prays it is so. Amen.
I couldn't seem to fall asleep. There was so much on my mind, searching for that peace, but the peace I could not find. So then I kneeled down to pray, praying, help me please. Then he said, you don't have to cry, 'cause I'll supply all your needs. As I stop worrying how the story ends, I let go and I let God have his way. That's when things start happening. I'll stop looking at back then. I'll let go and I'll let God have his way. There's so much going on, and sometimes I can't find my way, and oftentimes I struggle from day to day. I have to realize that it's not my battle. It's not my battle to fight. I have to know if I put it in God's hands, everything will be alright. Soon as I stop worrying about how the story ends, I'll let go and I'll let God have his way. That's when things start happening. I'll stop looking at never look back. I'll let go and I'll let God have his way. As soon as I stop worrying how the story ends, I let go and let God have his way. That's when things start happening. I'll stop looking at back then. I'll let go and let God have his way. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. My brother, let go and let God. My sister, let go and let God. Oh, let God, let God. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. As soon as I stop worrying, I give my worries away. I let go and I the freedom in my soul to let go. That's when things start happening. I'll stop looking at back then. Turn back. I'll let go and I'll let God have his way. Let go. Oh, just let go. Let go. Release and let go. Let God have his way. Yeah.
Thank you, Kim and Paul and Jeff and Rick this morning. Just please, you guys. Amen. Let go and let God. That's what we're here to do today on our Burning Bowl, our annual Burning Bowl service here at Unity of Wimberley. And this is a long time tradition in New Thought churches, not just on the New Year, but you'll find it on the solstice, you'll find it at other times during the year. And it dates back pre-Native American, pre-everything, our human need. There's something that we found very early on about releasing things through fire. Because you know you can't get it back. I think that's it. It's like, oops, didn't mean to. So what we're going to do today, in just a little while, is, as they said, was Bruce said, Bruce, I'm getting, same thing, names, Stuart. We are going to be the little slips of paper that are on your chair with the little pencil. We're going to do a longer meditation. And what I want to talk about in what you're writing down today. And I know some of you said, oh my God, my list is this big that I want to release. But what I want to do, what I want you to do today, and what I want to instruct you in and encourage you to do, is to not just do the giant paintbrush whitewash, here's everything I want to change in my life right now. Number one, if you're really serious about it, you're going to be in for a bumpy ride. I'm just saying. If you are that intently, I'm letting go of everything right now, be careful what you ask for. A much gentler way, a much kinder to yourself way of doing things is to think about that one or two things that you know you have been hanging on to, that have been standing in your way of your greater good. And just focus on those, okay? Now, the caveat to that is that it doesn't have to be some big, deep, dramatic, emotional thing that you're letting go of. That's the good news. Because what you'll find is in that one little thing, that thorn in your side, that you have been, I don't want to give up control. And that's really the bottom line. It's our fear of losing control. But we absolutely know within the depths of our soul that if we make that change, if we let go of that, if we release it, let go and let God, there is that thing inside of us that says, yeah, I know things are going to open up. I know things are going to open up. That can be scary as well. If you get down to the underneath thought of everything, get past the fear of losing control, get past all of that stuff, you're going to get to the kernel of why you've held on to that thing. And getting down to that kernel can be terrifying. I see some heads nodding. It really can, because what does it mean? It means you're going to have to change. And as much as we like to celebrate change and encourage it, it's scary. And why is that? From the scientific standpoint, it makes sense. From our physiological standpoint, it makes sense. We're used to it. Even though it might be something every day we go, God, I wish this would change. When we get down to the thought of actually making the change, we go, ooh, no. Because our nervous system says, hey, I'm used to this stuff over here, and even though it might be kind of cruddy, it's familiar, right? And so the neural pathways in your brain wants to keep you safe and in familiar. And so, yeah, it feels like, oh my God, I'm going to panic here. I'm going to have a panic attack because I'm making a change in my life that I know, even though intellectually, is going to be good for me. Your nervous system is fighting back. So that's a good piece of knowledge to have. And what do we do with that? We breathe through it. We breathe through it, and we say, no, I'm putting my attention and my focus over here. This is also a key component of letting go of something. If we're talking about the nature of nature, and we've heard many times nature abhors a vacuum, if you're letting go of something over here, something's going to want to fill that space. And the direction here and the idea here is that you fill it with something that you actually want. Right? Okay. This is where affirmations come in. This is the importance of affirmations. We're ready to just throw everything in today and throw it into the fire and let it go, but you're going to have this huge space that needs to be filled with something. So why not make it something that you want? And the first thing about letting go, of releasing, is it's got to be a decision. That's why I said taking a broad paintbrush stroke of, oh, yep, I think I'm going to stop doing this, and I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to do that, no. There's no commitment involved in that. And you know that. You know that you're kind of fooling yourself a little bit, saying, yeah, sure, and come Tuesday, I'll forget all about it. So it is a decision. It's a decision, and I'm going to talk about, and I reference this book all the time because I love it, first of all. And it is one of those, you go back several times and read the same paragraph and go, oh, okay, oh, I didn't see that the last time. And what this is, it's called The Power of Decision. Raymond Charles Barker, Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, who was a religious science minister, doctor of divinity, a student of Ernest Holmes. And what he talks about in this, and you see how many pages I got turned over here, and I took all the little blue tabs out just because there were so many. But let me see where this bookmark is. What he talks about decision in here. Chapter 3, decision. Decision is the most important function of the individual mind. No creative process can begin until a decision is made. Meaning, once we make that decision, we are one with the one mind of infinite possibility. Every possibility is available to us in every single moment. But until we decide for that change, we decide for the thing that we want, that creative process just kind of spins in the background. That infinite possibility, that giant swirl of stuff just hangs out there waiting for us to go, oh, that's what I want today. And as soon as we make that decision, the one that goes all the way through here, through your heart, all the way down to the bottom of your feet, and you know it physically, you know when you have decided, really decided to make a change. That's when the creative process steps in. And it fills up that space with every piece of information, every person, every answer, every idea, every creative thing that you need to take the next step to move into your greater good. So he goes on to say, there are people everywhere who have decided to expand their lives. They've decided to be well and not sick. They've decided to prosper and not continue in financial limitation. They've decided to give and receive love. They've decided to be themselves, completely and honestly. As a result, they have right ideas revealing themselves in their minds to accomplish their decisions. These people are willing to be temporarily uncomfortable in order to achieve expanded consciousness and reach new goals. And that temporary discomfort is moving beyond the nervous system that wants to pull you back into the familiar. Okay? So, as I said, there are levels of letting go. There are levels of those things that you know you need to do. Like I said, it doesn't have to be big and dramatic and morbid or anything else. If you think about it, when we sing I Release every Sunday, it is a joyful release. And I invite you, as when we go into the meditation, to do this, to think about when you're done with this thing, when really done with it, this thing that you're letting go, these things that you're letting go, how joyful. Don't you think? Like, oh my God, finally. That's the feeling that you want to go after. Because I think that's the point, right? You want to remove something from your life that causes, that makes you feel limited, that keeps you sad, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you fearful, that keeps you sick and broke. So when that's gone, wouldn't you be joyful?
The answer would be yes. We got more work to do. Okay. Okay. So what I mean by it not being a huge, burdensome thing you're letting go, this is a common theme for me. I noticed as I was putting this talk together, a number of years ago, probably about 15 years ago or so, I was working for a company as a contract bookkeeper. I had taught myself bookkeeping 25, almost 30 years ago when I started my self-employment thing. I knew I couldn't afford to hire somebody, so I had a paperback book from the library of double, how to learn basic bookkeeping. And I was like, oh, God. But music and math, one day it clicked. I'm like, oh, I get it. Long story short, I've been doing my own bookkeeping for a while. I moved to Texas. I get a job. I'm working for this place, and a couple other people had hired me as contractors. And the woman that I was working for said, hey, here you go, out you go, did some work for them, and actually started working on site. And I was commuting every day from Buda, Texas, all the way up to the north side of Burnett. This was way back before traffic. And it was bad then, right? So I had been working for them for a couple years, and in that process, it was a husband and wife that owned the company, and they were going through a really ugly, nasty divorce. And the woman, the wife who had actually hired me, stopped coming to the office, and because of the legal stuff and everything that was going on, and I had this, oh God, I'm in the middle of this thing, and I don't want to be. And the owner of the company, the man, started, hey, I want to do something with this because, basically what was happening is he was trying to sell the company, and on paper he wanted it to be valued. But when it came to the divorce, he wanted it to be valued at nothing. And so that meant cooking the books. And I was like, nah, no way. And not in my stomach and my gut, and I'm thinking, is he really asking me to do this? And I was stressed. I knew it was not gonna do it, but it was, I was making good money. And I was, that hanging on to the thing was, what am I gonna do? And about 2 or 3 days after that first, I was stunned, first of all, what he was asking me to do. The second thing I did is I got a hard drive and backed up everything. And then the third day was, in the middle of the night, I was just like, I know that I need to leave. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I have to let go and let God. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I heard this voice inside of me, loud and clear as day, and it said, until you let this go, nothing else will open up for you. I mean, it was that clear. And I went, okay, I should probably listen to that. And so the next day I went in, probably about 5 in the morning. I got up, I wrote a letter to the owner of the company and said, what you're doing is illegal and immoral and all those other things, and I'm out of here. Here are the keys, here are all the passwords to the bank accounts. I'm done, I'm out of here. Walked out of the door, left it. Within a week and a half, and I was still just teetering on that, oh my God, I have to trust. Week and a half, I got a call from an organization that I volunteered for that said, hey, there's a company in Austin, a really cool, related to the music business company. They're looking for a part-time bookkeeper. Are you interested? So letting go, letting God, knowing that thing, and you may not get that clear of a message that says let go of this, but that part of you inside of you knows deeply what it is. And it's not a laundry list. It's not. It's 1 or 2 things that all tie into that laundry list. And I say there is a pattern here because as I was writing this talk, one of the things that I have committed to letting go of in this next year is doing my own bookkeeping. Yeah. And again, it's a level, it's not a big emotional, oh my God, but it ties into my own issues of trust, my issues of control, my issues of, I've gotten past the place of thinking somebody can do it better than me because I know a lot of people can. But like I said, it takes me to that kernel of where I need to make the change and let go is in trust and in control. And aren't those the two things we have the most difficult time with? So part of the letting go is also, you can't get away from it. It involves a lot of forgiveness. And I know we all do a lot of forgiveness work every day. Or if we're not, we should be. And don't like to say should, but I encourage you to do forgiveness work. And in the example that I'm talking about for me is forgiving myself for hanging on to something that really sucks the life out of me. Doing my own bookkeeping and keeping up. I used to groove on it because my brain would be really happy. Look at all these numbers, they came out right. Not there anymore. Because the burden, and it really is a burden, of keeping up with that anymore takes away from the time that I could be writing songs. It takes away from the time that I could just be creative and doing what I do best. And trusting and letting go that there are probably hundreds of millions of bookkeepers out there that are really qualified that I can afford to have, once or twice a month, keep things up to date. The thought of that relief is like, yay! That's the joyful kind of feeling that you want to go for. If you haven't already, you know. But it takes a little bit of work. It takes all that period of time, forgiving myself for hanging on, saying, okay, it's time. It's time. And when I do find that virtual assistant or whoever it is, I'm going to be like, yeah, baby. And then filling that space will be, oh my God. What do I fill the space with? Oh, that's right. Being creative and doing what I do best. Letting someone else do it. So, when you think about your list today, I don't want it to be the laundry list. If you have stuff if you have a big, big list that you are really seriously committed to letting go and making the change, then by all means do it. Write it down and burn it up. But when we go into this meditation, as I said, I'm going to guide you through this so that you can. And just as another side here, if you are sitting here today thinking, number one, if you've never been in a burning bowl, welcome. This is not the bowl. Okay. We will use the fireplace in the fireside room. And I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so in the meditation, what I'm going to guide you to do is if you feel like you're sitting here today and you don't have anything to let go of, yeah. Because you've probably heard before, if you are still breathing, you probably have some kind of work to do. And on the lighter side of that, if you are here and still breathing, it means that you have something here to do as an expression of God. So I invite you to focus on that as well. Because next week we're going to do the white stone ceremony, which I really, really love. If you're not familiar with that, be here next week. I'm not going to give it away because a lot of you have probably already done it. But let's keep our focus on the joy. Keep our focus on the relief, on finally setting a burden down, of deciding and leaning into the fact that God is always present, that everything we need is always right here, one thought away from moving in the direction that we really want to move in. Yeah. Forgiveness stuff. I keep losing my stuff. Where's my stuff? This is, as we finish up with this, from Science of Mind magazine, which I will be getting in the bookstore with the subscription. It probably won't be here till the February issue, but just know we're going to start having it available in the bookstore. And of course, there's regular subscriptions, and they also do online. if you don't want to waste a tree. But this month's guides were written by Dr. John Waterhouse, and the month of December was about forgiveness. Embrace your healing and wholeness. Gary Zukov says, eventually you will come to understand that love heals everything and love is all there is. Life is what we make of it through our thoughts, words, and actions. Equally, life is most often a circuitous path with twists and turns, bumps and dips. No one gets a free pass on pain, but we can all choose to experience pain, be it physical or emotional, as a path of awakening rather than one of suffering. We suffer when we cannot see an end to the pain we are experiencing. We begin the journey of healing by ceasing our suffering, letting go of ideas that no longer serve us, and claiming our divine right to health and wholeness. That's what I was talking about. It's a mathematical equation. When you let go of something here, you got to fill it up with something else. Why not do it with something you would love? It's easier said than done. Yes, it is. But it's worth all the effort required. We created the opening for whatever discomfort we are experiencing, and we are the only ones that can reverse such a condition. We stop suffering when we expand our awareness beyond our pain, by forgiving ourselves and everyone we can think of. We release the psychic hold we have on our pain. And finally, when we claim our health and wholeness by laughing, loving, and living openly and freely, being ourselves. So as we go into this meditation, I invite you again, keep your focus on the light. Keep your focus on where you want to go. And naturally, I think, what stands in the way of that will reveal itself. You'll write it down. And at the end of the service, I'll give you instructions again. We will go out in the fireside room, throw them in the fireplace, and be done and go, yay. Yay, God. So I invite you now, as I'm going to move around to the piano to do the meditation. You can hang on to the sheet of paper. You can set it down, whatever feels comfortable, because you'll have the moment. You'll know when to pick it up and do your writing. And those of you that are watching online, I invite you to participate safely in your home. If you have a wood-burning fireplace, great. But I invite you to do something, even if it's standing over the kitchen sink with a small piece of paper. We're not talking about reams of paper here. Just light it and let it go. So you can be a part of the energy in this room, this part of the community as well. And I invite you to also remember that in your meditation, that you're surrounded by community who are being witness to your willingness to let go of what is standing in the way of being your greatest expression of God. So let's go into meditation. So please make sure that your feet are on the floor. Make sure that your legs are uncrossed, that you're grounding yourself solidly through your feet. Think of it as growing roots right where you are. Roots into that holy ground, which is right where you are. And for a moment, if you're not hanging onto your paper and pencil, what I'd like you to do is rub your hands together. And what that does is it balances, kind of brings the brain into check. There you go. Feel a little bit of warmth and heat between your hands, and go ahead and get comfortable. And as our minds have opened up, let's start there with the crown chakra. And as you breathe deeply, Imagine a brilliant white light flowing down and through the top of your head, encircling and enveloping inside and out. It's a powerful but grounding stream of light moving in and down through your head, down through the third eye, down through the throat chakra. And just envision that light just wrapping itself through every part. The top of your spine, down your throat, moving down through your shoulders, out through your arms and hands, circling, swirling around back, down into your chest, into that heart space, that beautiful, beautiful, loving, loving heart space. And that light continues to move around your chest cavity, through your lungs, all your organs, just moving in, picking up all of the toxins, so that with every out-breath, you're just releasing them. Breathing in health, breathing out what no longer serves. And that light continues down into that creative center, the second chakra, down to the base of the spine, down through your legs, down to the feet, until you see that you are a being filled with light. You are a being of light and pure love. Bring your attention back up to your heart space. Ground yourself there in the truth of who you are, a light being made of pure love. So say silently to yourself, I am a being of light made of pure love. I am a being of light made of pure love. Made of pure love. And as you are grounded in that truth, being of light made of pure love, ask the question, what is one thing that I've been holding on to that stands in the way of me expressing and experiencing my greatest good? What is is one thing I've been holding on to that stands in the way of me expressing and experiencing my greatest good. And when you are ready, write it down. Invite you to say silently to yourself, I am ready and I am willing to release for good the things that I've written to put into the burning bowl. I am willing to let go of the lesser in service to the greater. I am willing to let go of the how and let God guide me to my highest good. I have decided for this healing and this release and opening to my highest and best expression. I am willing to let go and let God. And I am willing to take decisive action on all the guidance I receive. I have decided to release completely everything I've written on this piece of paper. I am free, I am unlimited, and I am grateful. And so it is.
Let go of the shore and let the Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. No need to make a plan, your heart will be your compass. Just lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery.
So this is the time in our service. I know. It's okay. We're floating with the mystery, aren't we? Yes. It's perfect. This is the time in our service where we have the opportunity to give back. And we make a practice here at Unity of Wimberley. We are a tithing church, which means that everything that comes in for us every month, we also give back to organizations and things that do good work in the world, making the world a place that works for everybody. So I invite you, as you take the gifts in your hands, I ask you to hold them over your heart today. And those of you at home as well, if you're donating online, if you mail it in, whatever you do, but just put your hands over your heart right now and honor, knowing that as these things go out, these gifts go out into the world to do their good work. We are so grateful. We are so grateful for the infinite abundance of the universe. And we say together our blessing, offering blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Okay. Thank you, ushers.
We were born before the wind, all so younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry. Smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly as we sail into the mystic. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I know I will be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I want to feel it, and I don't want to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float as we float into the mystic. When that foghorn whistle blows, I know I will be coming home. When that foghorn whistle blows, I want to hear it, and I don't want to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will float as we float into the mystic. Come on, everyone. Let your soul and spirit fly. And magnificently we'll float into the mystic. Too late to turn back now as we float into the mystic.
There we go. All right. All right, I'm going to sneak around you guys over here, okay? It's cozy up here. So let's bless these gifts together. We bless these gifts and the givers with our love and gratitude. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. So the wrap up for today, how many of you are here visiting us for the first time? Anybody? Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes. So in the foyer over here, there's a blue card. If you would like to fill it out for the next time you come back, we'll have a name tag ready for you. It also has a checkbox, and you can put your information on there to get our e-newsletter that we send out about every 2 weeks. Check out the bookstore today. There is lots of sale items going on. Please make sure to be here next Sunday for the White Stone service. Really powerful way of setting intentions. And in between the letting go and the setting of intentions of this next week, you got some time to let some things gel, right? And commit to letting go and setting the intention. Next week is also potluck. Get ready for Wednesday night. It starts this week, January 2nd, 6 p.m. in this room and online. We will send out the Zoom conference code for you to be able to get into the class, so that wherever you are, you can join in. Again, there's, I think, a few copies of the book left in the bookstore. You can get them on Amazon.com or wherever else you buy your books from. And after the service, here are the logistics for the Burning Bowl. We are going to welcome the kids in. We're going to sing I Release. We're going to do it joyfully, right? And then what we're going to do, I will walk down through the middle, and if we can start from the front rows, we're going to line through like we do when we do potluck. So come to this side of the wall in the fireside room, and you're going to have to snake around. This is a quick let go. This isn't stand in front of the fire and think about it. Because we have a whole lot of folks in this room, and this, again, if you're letting this go, let the thing go. Okay? So walk through, see the fire, make sure it goes into the fire. The other thing, too, is when your kids come in, parents, make sure that you have a hand on them. We want to keep them safe, little hands from reaching in. You just say, no, thank you, I'm releasing something really huge right now. Hang on to the kids and work your way around. Yes, stay for coffee and some treats, but just make room and realize there will be people coming behind you that also need to throw some things into the fire, okay? So that's how that's going to work. So this is, I think this is where we are. Let's go ahead and welcome the kids in. Here we go. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. Keep going. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. Oops. All right, come on up here. Look at all these beautiful faces. Let's bless our children together. Children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the light of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is, because